New tonight, President Trump's attempts to alter our view of history have hit a new inflection point. Now, signs of slavery may be removed from public view.
This is the result, reportedly, of an executive order President Trump signed back in March. First, the Trump administration targeted the Smithsonian museums. Last month, President Trump called the institution out of control, claiming everything discussed is about how horrible our country is and how bad slavery was, end quote.
The Washington Post reports the administration will review photography related to slavery in national parks. Now, the news comes as one Maryland county is determined more than ever to acknowledge its history of slavery and to protect the telling of that history. News 4's Jackie Bensen has our story.
I'm in a county that, 100 and some years ago was covered entirely pretty much with slave plantations. That's Montgomery County's history.
We spoke with Montgomery County Executive Mark Elrich just a short distance away from a memorial at the site of the old Montgomery County Jail in Rockville, where the County Council building now stands. The memorial's less than 2 years old. It tells the stories of two of the three men known to be victims of racial terror lynchings in the years after the Civil War. It's the result of determined work by the Montgomery County Lynching Memorial Project. Their motto, Remembering is Resistance, and the Montgomery County Commission on Remembrance and Reconciliation. Elrich, a former teacher, says he considers it an absolute necessity to protect the right to tell Montgomery County's history of slavery and the documented racial injustice that continued into modern times.
If he thinks he can just obliterate it, it's not going to work. And it just kind of, I think it heightens the kind of sense of despair that people have, that you've got a president who thinks he can create an imaginary world.
The education extends to the Montgomery County Parks Run Museum on the location of the plantation property in North Bethesda, where Reverend Josiah Henson lived in slavery. It is a place where visitors can learn about the life of the influential author and abolitionist, including his youth as an enslaved person. Education is also the driving force behind the Sandy Spring Slave Museum and African Art Gallery, a private nonprofit founded to highlight the heritage of black families in Montgomery County. The Sandy Spring Slave Museum remains lovingly and thoughtfully managed by descendants of the original families. In Montgomery County, Jackie Bensen, News 4.